So you're thinking of moving to Sarasota and you've checked out a few homes and you're kind of thinking, well, maybe these are a little too old or maybe they're a little too small for you. And you're thinking maybe I should bump up my budget to say 400 to 500,000. Well, in this video, we're going to show you the most prevalent neighborhoods between 400 and 500,000. We're going to show you around the area what you can get, what's happening around that area. And we're going to show you how old these homes are and how big a home you can get for 400 to 500,000. So let's go take a look at homes here in Sarasota between 400 and 500,000. So if you're new to our channel and you want to learn everything there is about Sarasota and the surrounding communities, make sure you subscribe and tap that notification bell. This way you'll be able to find out about all the new homes, the new subdivisions that are coming in, all the events that are happening in Sarasota, what's changing about the market, and everything you need to know about moving to Sarasota. I'm Rob Rovnak, and every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you wanting to learn about Sarasota. So reach out to me today. It's never too early. Whether you're moving in 1 week or 1 year, I'll be happy to help you make a smooth move to Sarasota.
So if you saw my video on those $300,000 to $400,000 communities, some of those neighborhoods are really close by. So if you're curious, go back and watch it after this. We'll start with the furthest north, Desoto Lakes. Now last time we were right next door at Desoto Acres, which provides huge acreage lots, and it's close to the city. And Desoto Lakes also provides a convenient location and is also a non-deeded restricted community. Pristine, well-cared-for homes, mixed in with ones that are certainly less loved, and even the occasional nightmare home that looks like it could be right out of the set of Silence of the Lambs. So pick your neighborhoods wisely, as you'll notice that some are a step up from others, and it's not always just about the price. Some neighborhoods are just historically, they show more pride of home ownership, and that can be really contagious. Now, as University Parkway has grown greatly over the past decade, Desoto Lakes has certainly benefited from that growth, with convenience stores, retail, doctor's offices, and restaurants, capped off with the university shops and the mall at UTC. At Desoto Lakes, you're just 15 minutes from downtown and just 11 minutes to the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport.
Here's a new listing in Desoto Lakes. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1742 under air. Was built in 1973, so the area is going to be mainly 1970s here, close to Desoto Acres. Desoto Lakes is right off of Desoto Road. This one is totally remodeled. As you can see behind me, it's a garage conversion, so that's how you got that 4th bedroom in there. 1742 under air, that's a pretty good size, and everything has been done incredibly well. Beautiful remodel, and as you can see behind me, very nice metal roof. So this is kind of house you can see here in Desoto Lakes. A lot of times they're remodeled, updated, 70s, so a little bit more modern than some of the 50s and 60s that we'll see here in Sarasota, but this is a good example. So they've got it priced at $495, so an idea of what you can get in Desoto Lakes for under $500.
Right across the street on the southern border of Desoto Lakes is an organic food lover's dream with the local favorite, Jessica's Organic Farm. Browse local and organic produce and shop this small, open-aired stand for farm fresh herbs and vegetables. Heading southwest, just on the other side of I-75, we find another non-HOA community by the name of Lake Sarasota. It's a very convenient neighborhood with an amazing abundance of commercial activity just outside its entrance. Yet it's close to a lot of nature and parks out on the eastern borders of Sarasota. At the entrance, you'll find Bee Ridge Road, one of the prime retail corridors, which basically splits Sarasota in two. You're also just minutes away from I-75 for easy access up and down the Suncoast.
So we stopped in front of this home here in Lake Sarasota. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And one thing you're noticing here, this house was built in 1982. We're starting to see some of these 2-car garages here. So as the prices go up a little bit, we're seeing more modern houses. This is 1501 under air, and this is priced at $460. So that breaks down to about $305 price per square foot. And as you notice, this is on actually a main drive here on that. So that might be pulling the price down a little bit. I think it would be a little bit higher if it wasn't on the main thoroughfare here in Lake Sarasota. But this is what you're going to get, 80s style homes, a little bit more space. As we noticed, the square footage increases from that 1,200 now up into the 1,500s. And what's really important is that 2-car garage. All right, let's take a look at another.
As you head west on Bee Ridge, you've got a huge variety of restaurant choices. From local restaurants to chains to fast food, it's all right there. And right in the mix next door is Doctor's Hospital, with plenty of doctor's offices right close by. Head south on Cattleman and you've got more stores, banks, businesses, and local restaurants, along with the main anchor, Publix Grocery, Florida's largest grocery chain. Now across the street you've got Walmart, Home Depot, and LA Fitness, among other shops and clothing stores, including Burlington Outlet. Simply put, you wouldn't need to go more than a mile or a mile and a half to find almost everything you could possibly need for the week.
Just walking up to our second listing here in Lake Sarasota. This is also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. As you're noticing, 2-car garages. This was built in 1978, so we're starting to see, like I said, more 2-car garages here in the 70s and 80s. This one was nicely freshened up. It's $1,540 under air, and they've got it priced at $649,900. So once again, around $305 price per square foot. And this is a really nice home. I think it's a good value here in Lake Sarasota. I'm gonna swing it around. You can kind of see the neighborhood a little bit here. Lake Sarasota is a nice intermediate, very convenient to everything, close to I-75, and we're going to show you a lot of different shopping areas and different things that it's close to. So very convenient and a great little neighborhood for under $500.
Just along the southern border of the neighborhood, you'll find the 2 public schools, Lakeview Elementary, and the kindergarten through 12th grade Oak Park School for children with disabilities. Next door to that, you'll find the Frisbee Park and the Lakeview Dog Park. Here are the school districts for Lake Sarasota. Just a couple miles east on Bee Ridge is Rothenbach Park, where you can enjoy miles and miles of biking and walking paths right through a canopied forest. Now this is one of my wife's and my favorite parks to bike ride, especially during those hot summer months, while you still get to enjoy mostly shaded paths. Lake Sarasota was developed over the course of many years, with most of the homes being built in the 70s and 80s. But there are a few homes towards the back where the actual lake in Lake Sarasota is located, and those were built in the early 2000s. Now let's take a drive around and see some more of the neighborhood. Next, we'll head west down Bee Ridge Road and stop in at Southgate. Now just before US 41, you'll find the former Southgate Mall, currently known as the Crossings at Siesta Key, home to Macy's and Cinebistro, a wonderful way to dine and watch a movie. Benderson Development is in the process of revamping these 34 acres into a mixed-use residential and retail hub, while still maintaining some of the existing tenants like Connor's Steakhouse and Cinebistro. Southgate, like many neighborhoods just outside of downtown Sarasota, was developed out of orange groves back in the 1950s, and it was a prized place to live, and it still remains very sought after today, with home prices remaining constant and very well valued price per square foot. Now, Southgate does have its own HOA and still has a community center and pool, which was designed back in the 50s by the renowned Sarasota School of Architecture architect Victor Lunde. Dedicated back in 1956, the hall and pool are still managed by the association and have been designated historic by Sarasota County.
So here we are in Southgate in front of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath current listing. This is 1,259 square feet under air, and it was built in 1957. So Southgate is a little bit closer into town, and you're going to find houses between the 1950s, 1960s, pretty much around that 1,000 to 1,300 square feet. So little smaller houses here, but they really hold their value. So you're going to get, in these older communities, you're going to get less house, but they're going to cost a little bit more because of convenience. Once again, location, location, location. That's how it works here. And if you notice behind me, they've got like a carport, and over to the other side of that carport, that's where you're going to find your laundry. So that's kind of a typical plan how they had it. A lot of carports back in the day. They weren't building garages, but let me tell you, these homes are really well built. Plaster laid walls, just really great construction. One thing to look at about these though is the copper piping. Sometimes they might need to be updated. A lot of these have been replumbed. And other things to look at, you might want to get them up to code for hurricane status. This one actually has hurricane shutters, but that's one thing to look for in these older homes. Really great, solid built, and incredible neighborhood. Really, really sought after, this Southgate neighborhood. We're going to take a look and ride around the neighborhood. in just a second.
Philippi Creek runs right through Southgate, and many homes have a relaxing creek view. Also in the center of the neighborhood is the Tuttle Circle, which has plenty of local businesses surrounding the circle. Just down Siesta Drive, you'll also find the post office and plenty of local restaurants and businesses right along the drive. Cross US 41, go a block or two, and you'll travel directly over the North Bridge right on to world-famous Siesta Key, where you can be at Siesta Key Village or on the beach in 15 minutes. This close proximity to downtown, shopping, and Siesta Key makes Southgate a popular location and a highly desired neighborhood where you can easily see the pride of home ownership and people investing back into their properties. Now, one of the other reasons Southgate is highly sought after is Southside Elementary. Highly rated, this school was one of the first of its kind, and here is the public schools for Southgate. So now you have a better idea of what you can get in 3 central Sarasota neighborhoods between $400,000 and $500,000. So which neighborhood was your favorite? Comment below and I'll share my thoughts after having been in the area for 30 years. And don't forget to subscribe and tap that notification bell as we slowly step up the real estate price ladder to show you more Sarasota neighborhoods. For living and buying in Sarasota, I'm Rob Rovnak. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.